Okay, today I'm going to share with you continuous writing, argumentative, on SPM trial questions 2020. Okay, so as you can see here, I've listed down 4 trial questions from Kelantan, Penang, Melaka and Selangor Set 1. Okay, so for Kelantan, the question is, e-learning has become a good and practical platform for students to learn. How far do you agree? Penang, online learning enables teachers and students to set their own learning pace. How far do you agree? Melaka, online learning is an advantage for students during a pandemic outbreak. What is your opinion on this? And for Selangor Set 1, online learning makes the students more interested to learn. How far do you agree? Okay, so for this sample answer narration, I choose to answer Melaka's question, which is online learning is an advantage for students during a pandemic outbreak. Okay, so I have listed down here some pros and cons, okay, because I'm going to do a partially agree answer for this one. Okay, so the main content point that we have, okay, number 1 is it is safer for the students, minimize risk of infection. Content point 2, students can attend classes from any location of their choice. Content point 3, efficiency, because students can learn on their own pace. And we also have multimedia content such as videos, slides and quizzes. And as for the disadvantages, I've listed down 2 there. So the first disadvantage is inappropriate for more dependent learners. So dependent is the opposite of independent. Okay, students who depend on teachers, depend on their friends. Okay. And the second disadvantage is technology issues. Okay, so now let's go to the first paragraph. The COVID-19 pandemic took the world by surprise. Globally, everything has stopped. Projects have been delayed, workplaces closed, and schools shut down. The world seems to have ground to a halt because of the novel coronavirus. However, students continue their education through online learning and via video calls with their teachers globally. In New York, schools even prepared for online learning by distributing gadgets to their students, ensuring they had access to learning materials. As of early April 2020, the education authorities have distributed around 500,000 laptops and tablets to their students. But is online learning good for students? Some students seem to enjoy it, whereas there are others who struggle to meet the expectations of teachers and parents. So, I choose to partially agree with the statement that online learning is an advantage for students during a pandemic outbreak. COVID-19 is caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which spreads between people, mainly when an infected person is in close contact with another person. The virus can spread from an infected person's mouth or nose in small liquid particles when they cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe heavily. This health crisis has pushed some 1.3 billion children and young people around the world out of schools and universities, sending them home to minimize the risk of infection among students. Hence, online learning is an advantage for students to ensure that they can still make academic progress while staying safe at home. Furthermore, online learning is an advantage to students as it enables them to participate in class from any location as long as there is internet connectivity. Remember when was the first time our government announced Movement Control Order? MCO was first ruled on 18 March 2020, right in the middle of the first semester break. A lot of families were stranded in their hometowns, which resulted in cases like a KL student having to attend online classes in Kelantan. Other than that, elder students whose parents are the frontliners in fighting this pandemic are required to look after their younger siblings at home while their parents are at work. Therefore, online classes help these students to learn even though they are away from school. For those who do have access to the right technology, there is evidence that learning online can be more effective in a number of ways. Some researchers show that on average, students retain 25 to 60% more material when learning online compared to only 8 to 10% in classroom. This is mostly due to the students being able to learn faster online. E-learning requires less time to learn than in a traditional classroom setting because students can learn at their own pace, going back and rereading, skipping, or accelerating through concepts as they choose. Other than that, teachers have prepared a variety of engaging multimedia content for students to access, such as quizzes, slides, and videos. However, as the saying goes, every rose has its thorns. Online learning too has some drawbacks. While online education can be highly effective for mature, self-disciplined students, it is not suitable for more dependent students. As we all know, online education gives students control over their learning pace and allows for the flexibility of study schedules. But this puts a greater responsibility on the students. In order to successfully participate in an online class, students must be well organized, self-motivated, and possess good time management skills. Hence, online learning is not suitable for dependent students who need constant guidance and supervision from teachers. Other than that, online learning can be a total nightmare for students who do not have access to the right technology. To be able to participate in an online class, a student must have seamless internet access and a good laptop or tablet. Even though these two basic requirements seem simple to those in upper income households, they are considered luxuries by the majority of Malaysians, especially when many employees are laid off due to the economic slowdown. Moreover, there are still blind spots for broadband connectivity in rural areas in this country. This is shown when Viviana Mersibin, an 18-year-old University Malaysia Sabah student, went viral in June 2020 as she shared videos of her staying overnight in a tree to get a better internet connection for online university exams. In conclusion, it is of paramount importance to keep students progressing academically in these challenging times. Thus, steps must be taken by all parties ranging from government agencies to parents and students like myself to overcome the drawbacks and reap the benefits of online learning.